palla, cerca 1 contro 1, Gilardino, dentro Del Piero, Del Piero, Juventus vince, andiamo a Berlino, andiamo a Berlino, andiamo a prenderci la coppa, andiamo a Berlino.
One of the greatest players in Italy was Alessandro Del Piero. He spent the majority of his career with Juventus, where he had won all major titles. With Italy he participated in 3 World Cups and 4 European Championships and was a valuable member of the squad for many years. Del Piero was born on the 9th of November of 1974 in Canigliano. At the age of 8 he joined the youth academy of San Vendimiano, where he would be spotted by Padova at the age of 13 and joined the youth system. He would eventually make his debut at the age of 17 while Padova was playing in Serie B. In 1993, still at 18, Juventus showed interest and would sign him at the end of the season. Juventus manager Giovanni Trapattoni included him on the main squad immediately, but for his first season he would appear for the Primavera side frequently. Despite this, he would make his debut with the first team in September and would make a total of 11 Serie A appearances, scoring 5 goals. Next season under Marcello Lippi he would become regular after an injury of Roberto Baggio. In March of 1995, Del Piero would make his debut with the national team of Italy as well. Juventus would clinch the first championship since 1986 and would reach both the UEFA Cup final and the Coppa Italia final. Both finals were against Parma. For the UEFA Cup, Juventus lost but managed to redeem themselves 2 weeks later by completing the double. In the summer of 1995 Roberto Baggio left the club and Del Piero was assigned the number 10 shirt. Del Piero was an undisputed first-team member, but Juventus failed to retain the Serie A title. The Coppa Italia was also a failure as the team was knocked out in the 3rd round. The Champions League started very well though, as Juventus clinched qualification during the first 4 games of the group stage. Del Piero himself scored on the first 5 games of the competition. He would also score an important goal during the quarter-final against Real Madrid as Juventus won 2-1 on aggregate. The team would make it to the final where the opponent was Ajax. Del Piero played the whole game as Juventus won in penalty shootout, winning its 2nd Champions League. Del Piero was called for the 1996 European Championship. He started on the first game against Russia but was substituted in half-time. He wouldn't make another appearance as Italy was knocked out in the group stage. The season with Juventus started very well as the team won PSG 9-2 in aggregate for the UEFA Super Cup, with Del Piero scoring 2 goals in the second leg. In November, Juventus travelled in Tokyo in order to face River Plate for the Intercontinental Cup. Del Piero scored the winner and the team won its 2nd Intercontinental Cup. At the end of the season Del Piero won its 2nd Serie A title but lost 3-1 against Borussia Dortmund for the Champions League final. The next season was the most productive for Del Piero as he scored 21 goals. Juventus won the title again but lost the Champions League final for 2nd consecutive season, this time against Real Madrid. In the summer of 1998, Del Piero travelled in France with the Italian squad for the World Cup. Due to an injury he missed the first game but would play on the other 4 games that Italy played. Eventually the Italians lost in penalty shootout during the quarter-final against eventual champions France. The next season was not good at all for Juventus. Del Piero played just 8 games due to an injury and the team finished 6th. For the next 2 seasons Juventus came close to winning Serie A but narrowly missed to Lazio and Roma respectively. In 2000 Italy lost the European Championship final to France. Del Piero came in on the second half and missed 2 very good chances while the scoreline was 1-0 in favor of Italy. Del Piero was criticized by the Italian media and was one of the men who got the blame. In the summer of 2001, Marcello Lippi replaced Carlo Ancelotti and named Del Piero as captain. There were more changes to the team as Van der Sar, Zidane and Inzaghi left and were replaced by Buffon, Nedved, and Salas. Juventus challenged the title but for most of the season was second or third. On the last day however, Inter lost against Lazio and Juventus was crowned as champion. The same would happen on the next season as well. In 2003, the Bianconeri reached the Champions League final but lost against AC Milan in penalty shootout. In 2002 Del Piero scored a crucial goal for Italy against Mexico for the World Cup as the Azzurri qualified to the round of 16. There, the Italians were knocked out by host nation South Korea, on one of the most controversial games in the history of the World Cup. In 2004 Juventus only managed a third place and also lost the Coppa Italia final against Lazio. The European Championship for Italy was not good as well, as the team was knocked out during the group stage. Marcello Lippi became the head coach of Italy in the summer of 2004 and was replaced by Fabio Capello. Del Piero started many games from the bench as Ibrahimovic was preferred. He managed to play 30 games though and scored 16 goals, helping Juventus to lift the title. Next season the team won the title easily, but when the season finished the Calciopoli scandal was revealed. Juventus faced the biggest punishments, which included the strip-off of the last two championships and the relegation to the second division. Despite the bad mood which affected many teams in Italy, including Juventus, AC Milan and Lazio, the national team travelled in Germany for the World Cup with high expectations. With Marcello Lippi on the bench and with many world-class players, the chances for winning the trophy were high. Del Piero came on as substitute for the first two games against Ghana and the United States but did not play at all against Czech Republic. With 7 points the Italian team qualified to the round of 16 where they faced Australia. Del Piero started the game as a goal of Totti from the penalty spot was enough to see the team through. On the quarter-final Del Piero did not play but Italy qualified easily by winning 3-0 against Ukraine thanks to a goal from Zambrotta and a brace from Luca Toni. The opponent on the semi-final was Germany. With the score stuck at 0-0, the game was leaded in extra time and Lippi introduced Del Piero in the place of Perotto on the 104th minute. With 2 minutes remaining, Grosso broke the deadlock for Italy and on the final moments Del Piero booked the place to the final against France. On the final Del Piero did not start but came on as a substitute. After a 1-1 draw the game was leaded in penalty shootout. Del Piero scored his spot kick as Italy won 5-3 and lifted its fourth World Cup. With Juventus relegated to the second division due to the Calciopoli, many of the stars left. Del Piero however stayed on the team. World Cup winners Gianluigi Buffon and Mauro Camoranesi would also stay on the team as well as David Trezeguet and Pavel Nedved. Despite having a 9-point deduction, Juventus won Serie B easily and returned to the top division. On the return to Serie A, Juventus hired Claudio Ranieri as manager. Del Piero had an amazing season, scoring 21 goals and winning the Golden Shoe. Vecchia Signora finished as third and qualified for the Champions League. For the 2008 European Championship, Del Piero was named as captain of Italy on a campaign where the Azzurri only managed to reach the quarter-finals. During the next season, Juventus finished as runners-up with Del Piero being the top scorer of the team again. The Champions League campaign was pretty good as well, finishing top of the group by winning Real Madrid twice with Del Piero scoring in both games. The next two seasons however were unsuccessful as the team finished 7th in both. The participation in European competitions was unsuccessful as well. In the summer of 2011 Antonio Conte was hired as manager. There were important transfers at that period including Pirlo, Vidal, Lichtsteiner, Giaccherini, and Vucinic. At the time Del Piero was approaching the age of 37 and he was mostly used as substitute. Juventus went on to win the title unbeaten, the first since the return to the top division. Del Piero scored 3 important goals including a vital direct free kick against Lazio. He was not offered a new contract though and at the end of the season he left. His last game was the Coppa Italia final where Juventus lost 2-0 against Napoli. On his 19-year career with the club he scored 290 goals in total in 705 appearances. He is the all-time top performer and all-time top scorer for the team and the fourth all-time top scorer in Serie A. After he left Juventus, he joined Australian club Sydney FC. In his 2 seasons he scored 24 goals in 48 appearances. On his second season he was even handed the captain's armband. In August of 2014 he signed for Indian club Delhi Dynamos, where he spent his last season of his career. In total he played 10 games and scored 1 goal. Del Piero is considered as a legend in Juventus and one of the most important players of the Italian club. He achieved almost everything at both club and international level and participated in all major finals. Who would you like to watch in the next episode? Comment below. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe to our channel if you enjoy our work. Thanks for watching.